Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour. Comment ça va? Je vais chercher des courses ce matin. C'est reparti pour 15 jours à attendre de voir. Quelques petites difficultés à respirer ce matin, mais ça a l'air d'être passé. Enfin, j'ai toujours un espèce de point ici, mais écoute, à voir. Ouais, je prends des risques, mais j'ai pas le choix. Faut que je me nourrisse. Je n'ai pas le choix. Ouais, triste période, hein, quand même. Il serait temps que notre très, très cher gouvernement prenne des vraies décisions, si tu veux. Histoire qu'on se débarrasse une bonne fois pour toutes de ce machin. J'ai pas l'impression qu'ils aient très envie. Ah merde! Après, j'ai l'impression que tant qu'il n'y aura pas de vaccin, on est un petit peu tous condamnés là. Attends, faut que j'aille remplir ma fiole de petit chimiste. Sinon, je vais pas pouvoir vapoter. J'arrive, j'en ai pour 3 secondes et demie. Ouais, c'est pas faux. Après, moi, je t'avoue que je commence un peu à flipper. Comme je te dis, j'ai des espèces de douleurs là. Et avec tout ce que tu lis d'anxiogène et tout ça, après, j'ai toujours pas de fièvre. Donc, je me dis que ça va. Ils en ont rien à foutre. Ouais, mais ça me fait chier parce que si j'ai rien, c'est juste tu leur prends du temps pour rien, tu vois. De toute façon, c'est samedi. Donc c'est mort. Donc ça attendra lundi. Ouais, non, mais. C'est. Peut-être une connerie. C'est peut-être rien du tout. Alors, où en étions-nous? On avait réussi à déchiffrer le grand truc de ces grands morts. Plutôt cool. Après, je vapote beaucoup plus aussi. C'est pour ça que je me dis, faut pas trop que je. Ah! Fais chier! Bon.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses
Ah oui,
better.
c'est le résumé de ces
If
grands
you
morts.
don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility.
Pas de bras.
No
Pas de
one
chocolat.
speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Ok. Ok. Putain. Mais on est sérieusement en face de Balthazar ou
But where are we?
I don't know, but we
C'est
better
vrai.
not hang around.
Juste un carré.
Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing
C'était
Mortimer,
gratuit.
I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
Yes. The centurion that pierced the side of Christ with his lance. That weapon naturally became a holy relic.
Exactly.
Putain, elle fait flipper
Seriously?
quand même, la poussière.
You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well.
Et du
Now
coup,
what?
ça
Well,
rejoint
now
ton
you know
scénario
what you
ou
need to
pas?
find.
Malgré les
I
choix
have
qui
to
ont
get
été
to the
différents.
wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance.
Ah,
It's
dommage.
imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
Exactement.
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis, I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice for
Ah ben,
crying
on va
out
voir.
loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed, don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
Even... All right. We'll do it your
All
way.
right.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it.
Je la
Choose
mettrai dans ma poche.
only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Ils
Good.
vont m'attraper.
And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Très bien. Interroger le cardinal. Hein. Je dois trouver la Sainte Lance. On est arrivé par où? Par là.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent, and he had to be enthroned several times. the result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
Ça concorde un peu avec ce qu'a dit la vieille, hein. Soyons honnêtes.
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
Je vais faire un petit tour. Ah! Ok. Ah ah! Une sainte lance. Easy.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra. There are several spearheads. I need to find clues to pick the right one. Piaggi knows something about it for sure.
Donc il faut déjà aller voir l'autre là. Est-ce qu'il faut déjà que j'aille voir le cardinal? Ok, donc faut déjà que je ressorte. Bon. Petite foulée. Ah. Mais cardinal. Mais où est le cardinal? Et voir dans sa chambre. Ah. C'est pas par là. C'est... Si, y a que ça comme porte, non? Merde. Je me perds dans ce manoir de ces grands morts, hein, quand même. Hein. Je dois trouver la Sainte Lance. Allons chercher. Ah.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Pas de soucis, Cendrillon. Ah, j'avoue. Puis toutes les pièces mènent à d'autres pièces, qui mènent à d'autres pièces, qui mènent à d'autres pièces. C'est incroyable. Et je ne chante pas. Non. Non, je t'ai dit, je suis pas ouf aujourd'hui. George Washington.
Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Il se moque de moi. Chut. Smoker, il allait bouffer quoi. Putain, il va falloir retrouver où est-ce qu'on mange. Oh. Je crois que c'est là. Absolument. Ah donc il va s'empiffrer mais par la cuisine quoi. Ah si il est là. Belle vue n'est-ce pas?
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
You are not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Wollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus, are you?
Qu'est-ce qui lui prend?
Exactly.
Frank and direct. I like that. Thank you for not trying to be sly. You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
No. You are the first I've spoken to about it, Your Eminence.
Come now, Louis. Are you quite sure of that?
No, Your Eminence. I thought you'd be the only one able to help me with it.
Your words lack conviction.
Ah!
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know. You have no reason to lie to me. Imagine you find it, which I don't doubt, given how resolute you are when you've got something on your mind. Then what? What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
Your Eminence, I regret.
Je vais perdre quoi,
I am
tant pis.
unable to answer. Please understand that it pains me, but if I answered you, I would risk putting you in danger.
Stop running around in circles and just tell me what you would use
Shit.
the lance for. Louis, you should abandon your project. I say this for your own good. You will only get burned if you embark on this enterprise. Leave the lance where it is. Too many people have suffered because of it.
Please excuse me, Your Eminence. I'm in a terrible hurry.
Of course you are. And you won't listen to my advice.
Don't worry about me, Your Eminence. Everything is fine.
Good luck.
Fais chier. Chier. est... Ah, je te dis, je suis pas en forme aujourd'hui. Hein. Incroyable. Allons voir à la bibliothèque. C'est absolument pas par là, mais attends. Est-ce qu'on peut aller chez Muller? Pérou, on s'en fout. Ouais, non, pas en forme. Pas la grande forme, c'est vrai. Ça arrive. Hein. On va aller chez Wallner.
It seems like he isn't here. The alchemist is a young man. A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Wollner.
Ouais, lundi matin j'appelle, ça va pas mieux.
So, let's see what Wollner has in his bookcase. A few works on religions, 2 scientific essays about human thought.
Promis.
Most of these works are on alchemy. Longini Militis Fabulum. Ah, what have we here? It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the Centurion.
Truly, Wollner has done everything he can to get information about that lance.
I'd better keep this one, though.
Richet?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What are you doing in my room?
Diversion. Ah, je l'ai pas.
Well, sir, I see you have some captivating books, and you seem to be rather interested in the famous Longinus.
No, it's... what's it to do with you?
I overheard you speaking with Piaggi. What are you two up to, exactly?
No, Oh, fine. Yes. We are looking for the Holy Lance. That imbecile has given Mortimer all the ones kept in the private collection of the Holy See. But it's not what you think. Hang on a minute. You're the one looking for the lance. Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the Holy Lances.
What's the matter? You seem completely panicked at the idea I might be interested in this relic.
No, that's not true.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
You know Mortimer's got it, so you're not worried that I'd give it back to him.
What are
so
you?
Why are you so terrified of me being able to find it?
You have no idea what it is you're looking for. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about? But calm yourself, goddammit. You're the one I'm trying to help.
What? What?
I heard you talking with His Eminence, and it seemed to me that this story about the lances had put you in a tight spot. I was only trying to be helpful.
But why didn't you tell me straight away?
Seeing as I hadn't found it, I didn't want to commit myself too quickly. If I failed, I would look like a beginner.
I understand. I thought you were trying to manipulate me. But please, excuse me. I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead.
Par contre, tu vis dans miel. Hein.
Like this. There are already several of us searching for the lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original lance really looked like.
Ah, let me
Ouais, là, ça
reassure
craint
you,
du
we've
cul.
all been
Même
there,
en Titi
given
au-dessus.
the
Hein.
number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
Ah, that is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance could not have been noble enough
Ouais, on
to
fera un
pierce
petit
the
tour.
side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Louis. Keep me posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later.
Cuir FR.
I managed to get the biography of Longinus the Centurion. Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians. The fish.
Ok. Je pense qu'on a assez d'infos, non? En forme de feuille, avec un symbole de poisson sur la pointe et encerclé de cuivre. Ah, d'accord.
Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? No, this is too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has no interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see.
Attends, on n'a pas fait quoi penser.
Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf,
Bla bla bla
like
bla
the
bla
real
bla.
lance, maybe. How can I be sure? I think this statue does represent Longinus, armed with a lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it.
Ok, ça nous a rien apporté. Oh, du Saint-Miel. Donc, il y a des choses qui repopent, hein.
Adoration of the Shepherds with Saints Longinus and John. Giulio Romano, 1534. Longinus is holding the Holy Lance in his left hand, and I'll bet he's holding the sponge soaked in holy blood in the other hand. Yes! Here we can see that the Holy Lance is represented in the shape of a spear. I'd better make sure I check this twice. It's a work that dates from the Renaissance. There's nothing to say that it's not based on erroneous elements. But I believe what I read in the letter from Milan addressed to Mortimer. There's every reason to believe that this painting has been modified according to its guidelines to represent the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape.
Ah.
This work is an order from Lord Mortimer. All the details have been conceived with a specific goal in mind. Upon closer examination, you can see that even the style clashes with that of most of the other works in the manor. No, if Mortimer has taken special care as the conception and the exhibition of this painting in his study, in the same way as for the Nightmare painting, it must be of some significance. And that is indeed the true shape of the Holy Lance, a spear shape. There's only one way of being sure. I'll have to find other clues that will confirm this information.
Ok, ça nous apprend rien. me suis permis de faire retoucher sa lance. Culé. Culé. Ah, ça on en a trop. Bon, il n'y a pas grand chose ici.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Et bah barrons-nous.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I'm back on the trail of my mother again. I don't have time to explain, but would you know anything about the Holy Lance?
That's good news. But be careful, Louis. You might end up getting noticed.
Do you know anything or not?
No, I regret I don't. But why not ask von Wallner? Theology is his field, after all.
That's an idea. In that case, I'll try and find him.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
You're right. Thanks for everything, Mr. President.
See you later.
Il y a un truc. Est-ce que si je m'a... D'accord. Je vais voir si on voyait pas un truc du dessus. Alright. T'en cherchais une aiguille dans une botte de foin, hein? T'éviteras de sauter, Jean-Pierre.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Puis là, elle veut pas l'ouvrir, quoi. C'est terrible, hein. Bibliothèque qui sert à rien. Ok. Voilà, franchement.
Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But I do understand his choice, even though it seems
Est-ce qu'on irait
radical.
pas voir dans le passage secret là derrière? Peut-être un truc, hein. Je peux pas.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Et non, tu vas pas la kipette. Désolé. Putain, je peux rien faire, quoi.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alcudia. The Fall of Phaeton. Another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his father's chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
Ah, je peux rien faire.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Je crois que j'en avais encore laissé un, mais... je suis pas sûre de moi. Voilà. Bordel, on arrive d'où? Je pense qu'on arrivait d'ici. Donc faut qu'on aille en face. Par contre, pour le coup, je suis un peu paumée là. Hein. On devrait peut-être aller dans 2-3 chambres. Tellement besoin de miel qu'on en trouve tellement que c'est un peu bizarre. Ah.
Chronicles of the Amber Princess. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Mmh. Exactement. Exactement. C'est ce qu'on va faire. Hein. On peut aller chez Pérou. On va aller partout, hein, de toute façon.
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribute. Another painting on the massacre?
Dear Monsieur, I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
De toute façon, je vais fouiner tout, hein.
Dear friend,
Bah. D'ailleurs, cette waifu, elle est où?
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Jonathan
And
est
has
heureux.
indeed some powerful backers. 2 coils circle the lock.
On l'a pas déjà déverrouillé, ça?
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Bizarre, on a déjà ouvert ça.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Si, on la vole. C'est clair que si.
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds, painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting. Tending children at the orphanage in Harlem. I find it a little hard. King George III in coronation robes. Nice
Putain,
touch
y a
for
rien.
the room of an English duchess.
Y a que dalle, hein.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately.
Y a que dalle, hein. Je suis désolée, mais y a rien, hein.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy. Saturn devouring his son. Saint Jerome and the angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Judith beheading Holofernes.
ironic in a way. The conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible.
Je clique
It doesn't
partout.
look like
hein.
a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why has Caravaggio represented St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on, but the Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Dear Monsieur de Richet,
Non mais ce jeu se moque de moi.
Inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices. The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Allons chez Cardidi.
Saint Francis of
Ah, c'est
Assisi
chez moi, ça.
in ecstasy, before superior voices.
Celle d'après chez Cardidi. Peut-être même encore celle d'après. Voilà.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself. Destruction of the Temple of Jerusalem by Francesco Hayez. The Roman destruction by Titus and his army. What
Ah.
violence.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
Oh. On a rempli un peu les poches. Ils ont vu que je dépensais trop.
My dear Giuseppe, poor health forbids me from joining you. Please thank Sir Gregory.
Que dalle. Ouh. Le miel à foison, quoi.
John the Baptist, youth with a ram.
Tellement de miel.
Caravaggio. A very sensual vision and very far from the usual representations of Saint Venus and Cupid with a satyr by Correggio. Innocence, indiscretion,
Eh, y a
and
rien.
lechery. Giuseppe must love that. Love Triumphant by Caravaggio. Now there's someone for whom the sex of angels is no mystery.
Amber crystals.
The Lying Girl by Boucher.
T'es jamais venu chez lui?
Here's a painting of mischievous eroticism. I wonder what Piaggi must think of this.
Grave. Ils ont dit que quelqu'un savait jouer. Ce jeu. Oh, une pièce. Que des gens utilisaient tout le miel disponible. Par contre, on peut dire ce qu'on veut. Il n'y a aucune info sur ce putain de truc. Hein.
Let's have a look at his personal papers. Of course, it's in Latin, the language of the church. All those hours of learning Latin declensions
Obligé.
are going to pay off in the end. Mother will be proud. Now this could be interesting. Let's say a sancte. Various representation criteria, of which are shown the most common throughout the centuries, and in different forms. If Piaggi's notes are anything to go by, the weapon I'm looking for is shaped like a tapered spear. And that should help me identify it.
Donc on part sur...
Look at his personal papers. Of course, it's in Latin, the language of the church.
Pas sur une foire de feuilles alors. Épieux.
All those hours of learning Latin declensions are going to pay off in
Donc
the
c'est
end.
pas la première qu'on a
Mother
vue.
will be proud. Now this could be interesting.
Allez, on s'en fout.
Let's say a sancte.
Gneu, gneu, gneu.
Various representation criteria, of which are shown the most common throughout the centuries, and in different forms. If Piaggi's notes are anything to go by, the weapon I'm looking for is shaped like a tapered spear.
On a
That
assez
should help me
d'infos, non?
identify it.
assez d'infos, Jonathan.
The cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Comme tu me dis ça. Écoute... Je finis les chambres et puis on y va. Hein. Ça, on les a déjà lus. À l'infini. Putain, les petits craquements et tout sont trop bien faits. Écoute, on est allé voir partout. Hein. Tu crois pas, toi, qu'on est déjà allé voir partout, là? On a un petit peu tout retourné, là, quand même, hein. Ah, moi j'ai l'impression qu'on a tout vidé. J'ai l'impression qu'on a vidé tout l'endroit, alors...
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ. The four Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance.
Ah, fait chier.
There's nothing about the lance in this account of the crucifixion. This apostle does not mention the lance in his description of the death of Christ. There's no mention of the lance in what Luke says about the death of Christ. Ah, there.
When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. A shimmering lance? What is this telling me?
Medieval Hermetic traditions evoke the idea of using noble materials for relics, which the monasteries often made themselves in order to attract pilgrims.
Super, merci
Of course,
Jonathan.
they had to inspire greatness. So here, we might think of gold, whereas a centurion could not have hoped for anything better than copper at the time. The true lance would not have been a luxurious weapon.
Faut dire quoi, fastueuse? Faut dire quoi, fastueuse? J'ai aucune idée de ce que ça veut dire.
Well, here we can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed, and a fish is
Okay.
engraved on the tip.
Et nous, on sait que c'est du cuivre et du fer. Attends,
Well,
refais
here we
voir.
can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed, and a fish is engraved on the tip.
C'est pas celle-là.
Flavius Aetius. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
Oh, je sais pas si t'as vraiment envie de le savoir, Jean-Louis. Ils ont tous une forme de feuille.
We can see that this lance has a leaf shape, and, well, it's in gold. I can see that a crucifix is engraved on the tip, just barely visible.
Là, on a une cinématique, hein.
Let's take a look at this lance here. It has a very special leaf shape. It is copper rimmed, and I can see a fish symbol engraved on the tip.
On a dit que c'était pas une feuille, hein. C'est une forme d'épieu, hein. Donc la cinématique essaye de nous induire en erreur. Voilà, de ce genre-là plutôt déjà.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
C'est pas celle-là.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Moi, je prendrais bien celle-ci. Ça, c'est une feuille. Ah, c'est elle que t'avais pris, mais tu sais plus si c'était la bonne ou pas.
Has a leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip. Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Là, on sait que c'est une feuille, donc c'est non.
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here.
On va l'ouvrir, hein.
It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
Ah, avec celle du dessus. Avec quoi tu veux que je l'ouvre? Je peux pas prendre un truc? Ah. Bah j'ai réussi à l'ouvrir, non? Bah.
Let's see what we can find here. Ha! Great. Now let's see what's inside. The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer. Let's see what we can find here. Ha! Great. Now let's see what's inside.
Putain, mais il y en a un que j'ai pas récupéré du coup. Ah, quelle tristesse. Tout ça pour du miel, mais ouais, mais il est vide le truc. Donc la théorie de la grand-mère prend tout son sens. Écoute, moi je prendrais bien celui-ci. Enfin, ouais. Je sais pas si on a fait toutes les zones. J'ai pas fait ce côté-là. J'ai fait ici aussi? J'ai pas fait ici.
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted. These symbols, these grooves, cuneiform script. This is humanity's oldest alphabet, the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek, Sargon. We can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
Après, moi je prendrais peut-être bien celle-là. C'est dommage que tu te rappelles pas, Jonathan. Parce qu'en même temps, l'exège évoque un métal étincelant. Le cuivre, ça étincelle pas. Et Woolner, si tu veux... Est-ce qu'on regarderait pas sur Internet?
I must be sure of my choice. I don't want to get this wrong. Now, am I really sure this is the one to take?
Oh, je vais tricher. J'ai pas envie de refaire l'épisode comme hier. Je vais tricher. Vas-y, on regarde. Ou alors tu regardes et tu me donnes des indices, si tu préfères. Oui, mais Lou, il est pas là. Il a qu'à être là. Tu vois, ou alors tu regardes et tu me donnes des indices. Genre, est-ce que j'écoute plus le livre ou est-ce que j'écoute plus Woolner, tu vois? Vite avant que je regarde moi-même. Oh! C'est aucune des deux. Mec, c'est aucune des deux. Mais alors là, pourquoi? Aucune idée, hein. Je pense qu'il y a une info qui nous a échappé. Attends, je vais te montrer.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
pas si c'est celle-là. Je peux pas ouvrir la photo. Quelle merde. Je peux pas... Ah, quel site de merde! Mais attends, c'est mon ordi qui fait de la merde. C'est pas le site. Ok. Ben ouais, justement. C'est nous, il n'y a pas de poisson, mon petit. Et c'est là où je dis, mais pourquoi? Donc là, j'ai la photo sous les yeux. Attends. Est-ce que c'est celle-là ou pas?
There's no room for error.
Ah merde.
Am I sure this is the one to take?
Mettre à la pointe de cuivre avec la gravure du symbole chrétien. Mais en même temps, si ça doit être ça, parce que derrière, dans le fond... ça doit être celle-là. Hein.
I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Si, c'est celle-là.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot
C'est la même
get
que
it
toi, du
wrong.
coup.
Am I
Donc je pense que
absolutely
t'avais
sure
trouvé la
this is the
bonne.
one to take?
Écoute, on verra. Ça se trouve, je suis tombée sur un bloc de merde. Possible. Donc, rejoignez votre mère sur les quais. Bah, barrons-nous. Attends. On va attendre d'être dans la situation pour confirmer. Parce que si ça se trouve, c'est pas du tout celle-là. Ça se trouve, j'en ai loupé une, tu vois. Bah, moi j'hésitais vraiment avec ce côté... C'était plus si c'était de l'or ou du cuivre. Parce que Piaggi... Merde, on voit plus. Piaggi, il disait que c'était en forme de feuille. Et en fait, c'est en forme d'épieu. Donc quand Wellner a dit que c'était du cuivre, là, on pouvait se dire à un moment donné, l'exèse... Ça, hein, l'exèse. Elle disait que c'était flamboyant et le cuivre, pour moi, c'est pas quelque chose de très flamboyant. Je n'ai pas trouvé tous les exemplaires de la lance conservés par Lord Mortimer. Ah, il y en a un que j'ai pas cliqué, mais je l'ai trouvé. Ah, c'est injuste. C'est injuste. Ah, j'aurais dû tous les cliquer. On voyait que c'était une feuille, on n'avait pas besoin de le cliquer. Oh. Ça pourrait peut-être nous... Attends. Je pense que ça peut peut-être nous aider. Je pense que ça, on est pas mal. Putain, quelle tristesse, quoi.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
Ah, c'est un peu exagéré, hein. Retrouvons.
Sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him?
Me fait peur, lui.
Excuse me, monsieur.
Non,
I
tu
don't
me
follow
spoil
you.
pas.
I haven't come all this way just to fail, so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaggi and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick. Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily, de Richet. Where have you been?
Immunité à la politique.
Did Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust me?
Yes, but...
So, I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon
Shit.
figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Remind me, who did you hear making those alleged charges against me?
His Eminence Piaget and Monsieur von Wollner were discussing them when I joined them.
And remind me, during the conference, which side were His Eminence and Mr. von Wollner on?
Sir Gregory. But what has that got to do with it?
And did it not occur to you for a single instant that they might have been speaking about me in front of you on purpose? To manipulate you? I trust them to detect novices who are likely to be taken in, yes.
Those sons of whores. So that's how they see me.
Be careful to make sure the conference keeps on going ahead smoothly, though. Please. It would grieve me to have
Talent
to
débloqué
report you to Lord
talentueux.
Mortimer.
No, of course. I'll
Parfait.
make sure those two bastards get what they've got coming. Right.
Right.
We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So,
Super.
are we finished here?
Thank you
Indeed
very
we are.
much.
I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur. Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Ok, donc va falloir réussir à sortir d'ici. Sans trop se perdre. Incroyable. Ah. Bah. 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 Ce jeu qui me force à passer dans des endroits que j'ai pas envie. Tous les chemins mènent à la salle, à la salle d'entrée. Ah. C'est la full moon. Il y a un petit peu des trucs partout, ça me va pas du tout ça. Bonjour Godoy. Au revoir Godoy. Ah putain de merde.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you. Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me? About Gregory? about the demons.
So you're gonna tell me she's wrong, and that she's a liar?
She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191.
Sérieux?
For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family, but it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are because a large number of our kind remain hidden or never reveal themselves even to us.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Putain, mais c'est
I
incroyable.
don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
If I follow you, you must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
Putain, incroyable quoi.
Did you know ancient Greece?
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of the time I spent working on acoustics with Pythagoras. Well, it moves me quite deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic. It wasn't so long after his 2 sons passed away. Isn't that right?
Excuse me, Louis. I would rather not relive any more of that, if you don't mind.
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Putain, c'est incroyable quoi.
Luxury
Tu vois qu'elle était pas
and
folle, sa daronne.
decadence, Louis. My family did indeed reign supreme, but from this period I retain only the works of my friend, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You aren't him, were you?
Oh, no, not at all. He was my father, though, strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon? Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
We should have the chance to talk about all that again later, but yes, he was my father. All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies since?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that, indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
Incroyable. C'est incroyable.
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've
Tu vois,
taken
je savais qu'il fallait le
advantage of
débloquer
people's
ce truc-là.
beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds
Putain,
of
ça doit
men
être incroyable.
and to
Quoi.
read and steer their thoughts.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
Ouais, bien sûr.
And how is it
Bullshit.
to help men exactly?
Let's just say that without us, man would probably never have left his cave. Fire, the wheel, tools, writing. We are the spark that inspires man to search, to grow, to evolve.
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Putain, c'est incroyable.
Supernatural?
Et j'en
From my
reviens pas.
point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider
Ah, moi
the
j'utiliserais
bird
pour,
a
pour
supernatural
rentrer dans la tête
creature.
du gouvernement, moi,
We
là,
are
actuellement.
all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that, don't worry.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
My lord, to tell you the truth, I don't see myself as a scientist.
Well, consider us as a simple species still unknown to most of men. Thus we are born. We have the capacity to change bodies, that is all.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We
Jusque-là, il
spent
dit ce
many
qu'elle nous a
years
dit.
together until I revealed my true nature to her.
What happened next?
She felt betrayed and manipulated, tricked. We had an argument. She rejected me, and then she simply disappeared. Just after that, she joined the Order and began to relentlessly hunt us down.
Why should I trust you?
Parle pas de
I'm
l'asile.
not asking you to, Louis. If you are still
un
in
mytho.
doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you. If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents
pourtant, ils le
to
font.
influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive, but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
But how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives directives, which my family follow to the letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated,
Je
and
suis
it's
d'accord.
time to evolve.
Je suis quand même un peu d'accord.
So, von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis, and with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life.
Oh.
Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And
Putain,
it
incroyable.
enabled me to size
Incroyable,
you
ce
up,
mec a le droit de
Louis.
la manipulation, c'est génial.
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis.
Non, non, j'en ai encore 1000.
Come, I've something to show you.
Je vous présente papa.
There is one question that remains to be answered.
Ouais, grave, pareil.
Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I've got an idea, but it might seem stupid.
Trust me.
Am I one? I mean, am I a demon?
Would you like that?
I must admit that the idea is appealing.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do
Il a
you think
niqué avec
that
la mère.
natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any vision?
What? Attends, t'es en train de me dire que toutes les hallucinations où il saignait du pif, c'est parce que j'étais un demon? Non. Je suis sûr qu'il me manipule. Je suis sûr qu'il me manipule. Merde.
No, stop it. It's
Have you
absurd.
never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Whilst
Putain, c'est son
asleep,
père.
maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you,
What do you mean?
Louis. I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that
I
you
am your
know
father.
Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Alors, si on veut vraiment savoir si on est un démon, est-ce qu'on se donnerait pas un petit coup de lance? Putain, on va vers notre maman, vers maman Pouette-Pouette, avec Mortimer, là. On se donne un petit coup de lance, donc nous, dans le dé, si on est un démon, on crève. Et elle, bam, elle récupère la lance et elle bute Mortimer. Tu vois?
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You
Ouais,
want to
bientôt.
talk things over with her.
So she's been
Mais
lying
parce que
to
je
me
suis sûre
all
c'est pas
along?
vrai.
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good
Yeah.
time. Before
Nah.
you join her,
Nah,
I'd
Jonathan,
like to
nah.
give you something. As a demon,
Putain, le twist,
I
quoi.
would like to introduce you to your first talent.
Oh,
do
le
you mean?
twist.
Open your
Attends.
mind, my son.
Changement. Changement. Incroyable. Incroyable twist. Incroyable twist. Voilà. Voilà.
Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind.
Non, non, il va rentrer en toi.
Hear my
Non, non,
voice.
non, non.
Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Mais
Now
non.
breathe.
T'entends rien du tout.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words.
Non, il est en train de jouer avec toi, là. hein.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if
Nope.
you need to
Moi,
know
j'y crois
something
pas.
particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Moi, j'y crois pas.
But I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't
Complètement.
really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There
C'est
are
complètement
also a
intrusif.
few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying, and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy, and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later, if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
J'y crois moyen. Hein. Ouais, ça coûte cher. Coûte trop cher.
Let's see what Mortimer's thinking about.
He is thinking he might not have been clear enough with you. When I told you not to try to read into Gregory or her experienced demons, it also applied to me, of course.
You can hear me think?
Of course I can. I can sense you. For the moment, your mind shines like 1,000 lights because you haven't yet mastered the art of concealment from the psyches of others. So,
Incroyable.
I give you a weapon and the first thing you do is try to shoot me with it? If my intentions were evil, you would already be at my mercy. So be very careful on whom you use the talent.
All right. On that note, I'd better be going. I'm expected.
One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Incroyable! 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 Incroyable!
These discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Incroyable ce twist de ces grands morts. J'y crois encore même pas, tu sais. Moi j'y crois pas. Hein. Est-ce qu'il y a du miel?
Emily, what are you doing here? You wouldn't have seen... Mother? No! No, what's happened? No, Mother! No!
She's ruined my life, Louis. I am sorry.
What were you thinking?
Emma meant everything to me. Your mother destroyed everything by shooting her. She was me, and I
Ah
was
merde!
her.
J'ai envie.
Dear God, I beg you, make him kill me. I've had enough of it all. I no longer have the strength in me.
You're the one who killed Emma, not my mother.
And it wouldn't have happened if Sarah hadn't struck out at Emma first.
Ça disparaît à un moment le truc, le truc rouge ou pas?
Get out of here. Why have you always lied to me? Why didn't you ever tell me I was his son?
Ah putain, je suis déçue. Tant pis. On va pas tous se retaper. Hein. C'est quoi? J'empêche de récupérer la lance. Ah, quelle tristesse. Ah, puis j'ai pas toutes les pages. Oh là 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 là, mais quelle journée!
Rational.
Fils indigne.
I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
A curse.
Frankly, I feel like I'm cursed. I hope I'll be able to control this new skill, otherwise my life will be hell. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute?
C'est-moi tranquille. C'est-moi tranquille. Je ne répondrai pas. Je veux du miel. Ah là là, c'est chaud.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
N'a rien qu'à repop.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very
Oh.
jolly.
Chaud patate. C'est-moi tranquille. Ah, quelle tristesse. Si je m'enfuis par la porte du voisin. Ah non. Laissez-moi tranquille. Mais quel enfer!
Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature
Je trouve que c'est lui le
and
père.
our family. It's a
Il
good
y a un
thing,
petit air hein, avec les oreilles.
but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger.
It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide
Putain, mais c'est
everything
incroyable
by
tout ce qui se passe, quoi.
confining the other
Je
families
m'y attendais pas du
to
tout.
subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
On a entendu pleurer, ouais.
Emily, can I come in?
No, it's not a good time. Not right now. Leave me alone.
I can tell from your voice that there's something wrong. Let me in.
Bah, elle vient de tuer ta
We
mère
have to
quand même.
talk, Emily.
I said no, goddamn you.
You've been drinking. Why aren't I surprised? Do you think you'll find the solution in alcohol?
Get out of here, Louis. I told you not to come in.
Jonathan.
First your sister, now my mother? How far will your anger go?
Do you really think I'm not suffering? You know nothing. You understand nothing.
On the contrary, everything that goes on in here is much bigger than you and me. You made your choices and now you're going to have to take responsibility for them. But I must tell you something important. Emily, listen to me.
I'm fed up with talking.
It's about what's happening here. It's about Mortimer and Holm.
I know they are demons.
That's not all.
Go on.
I'm one of them, Emily. I'm a demon too.
I know.
But how?
Sir Gregory stopped by to tell me. He wanted to bid me a welcome.
I don't understand.
Welcome to the family.
You? You're his daughter?
Mortimer's daughter, Louis.
That makes you my sister?
Yes. Just the thought of the night when I suggested that we...
Heureusement qu'on n'a pas forniqué avec elle. Bon, enfin, tu me diras, on a forniqué avec sa sœur.
And that means Emma is your sister too.
Blech.
I spent the night with my own sister?
I was attracted to you from the moment we first spoke on the boat. Now I understand why. Do you realize what that means? I'm a monster.
We couldn't have known. We made a mistake, damn it.
Ah, that feeling. It hurts all of a sudden.
She's there. I can feel her inside me. She's trying to read my thoughts. Emily, don't do that. Get out of my mind, please. Let me remind you that it's forbidden between demons.
Sorry, Louis. I didn't want to.
I have a sister.
It's very strange for me too. A sister for a brother.
Yes.
Yes. I must get some rest. I must ask you to leave me now.
All right, but don't finish that bottle.
Don't start now. I would like to get some sleep.
I'll be leaving you then. Thank you, Emily.
Ah, c'est inceste, quoi. Ah, c'est dégueu. Barre-nous. Ah, Jonathan, mais non, c'est sa sœur. C'est sa sœur. C'est mort. Non, non, c'est sa sœur, c'est dégueu. C'est juste dégueu, quoi. C'est où, là, chez Pimprenel, là?
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Me? No, nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
Right. I've wasted enough time. I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later, Louis.
Il regarde la cheminée. Mais j'ai quand même du mal à y croire.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry.
Je comprends plus rien.
You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Quite curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal,
Mais
but you've just grown up.
on est d'accord que lui, c'est pas le fils de Sarah, Jean-Louis. Mais que Sarah, c'est la fille de Mortimer. Donc Sarah, c'est ma sœur. Ma mère, ma pseudo-mère, en fait, ma sœur. Putain, mais
Very short space of time.
c'est incroyable.
From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
I've been given to understand that you have a difficult relationship with your father. Isn't that right?
Let's just say we don't see things the same way. I ended up finding out that there's a world outside the rules he has imposed on us.
It seems you find yourself in the same position that you've placed men. You were told what to do, what to think, and you found it unbearable. Imagine if humanity finds out you secretly direct them. How do you think they'd react?
Your analogy is not without substance. But that's where it ends. Man's main flaw is his willingness to forget and to make the same errors time and again. He can't help it. He is mortal. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and They are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
Parce que c'est votre projet!
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as a workforce.
C'est génial.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much
Les
time.
scénaristes, ils sont trop bien.
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
C'est génial.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the Cultural Revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance.
Il veut les deux,
I want
en
it
fait.
to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are. I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
And you think that's been a success? Humanity? It's almost always at war. And it's been this way forever.
Look, I'm not saying that the task is easy. We've all had failures, and at times we have even suffered from conflicts on our own side. I'm doing my best to improve the situation. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
Intéressant.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this
Ça va falloir que je prenne contrôle
To
de
make this
Washington.
happen, I would like Piaggi to inform the Pope he has changed sides. Here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room.
Ah, je sais
You will
pas
have
si
to
j'ai envie de
write
le
a
faire.
letter to the Pope, as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope
Pourquoi il le fait
that what
Pourquoi il le fait pas lui-même?
Whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Je suis pas d'accord avec ça, moi. Je veux pas faire ça. Je trouve ça horrible. Il faut que j'aille faire pipi. Je vais faire pipi, j'arrive. Mais je trouve ça horrible. C'est complètement horrible. Prendre possession du corps de quelqu'un. C'est juste infâme. Ah mon Jujun. Ah oui. doudou. Ou alors prendre le possession du poupou, tu vois. Non, même pas. Ah, mon gros chou. Tu vas prendre possession d'un chat. On va voir ce qu'il pense. Voir ce que pense le poupou. Tu vois, moi, ça me ferait bien marrer. Je viens de prendre ma température. Toujours pas de fièvre. Mais petit poupou, quoi, ouais. Hop. Alors. Je suppose que je suis obligée.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Ouais, méfie-toi, je suis un démon. Je fais ce que je veux de toi. Be careful.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate.
I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Il est où? Là. Interrogation et manipulation.
I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy
Ça
Lands.
me permet de gagner un petit point.
And did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people, Louis. You are searching for another holy grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts.
Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence.
I can feel it coming. It's working.
Insolence? Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambitions.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
I've done it.
Incroyable. Mais il est où les
Damn
mignons
it.
pour
He
l'instant?
was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Stylo, papier. Mon cher Giuseppe, mon état de santé ne me permet pas d'honorer l'invitation. Je vous prie bien vouloir vous dire en nombre de consolider vos accords avec Sir Gregory en faveur de son entreprise concernant l'évêque cardinal. Giovanni Angelico. N'utilisez plus votre tampon personnel. Changez de tampon pour celui figurant ma devise. Il faut le tampon avec la devise de Giuseppe. Non, de... Si, ça. Non. De Angelico. Bracci. Je vous sais en route pour la résidence de Lord Mortimer. J'espère que vous ferez bon voyage. Mission capitale, sachez-le, Dieu vous bénisse, vous protège. Ok. Oui, hein.
Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust. It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Écrire le code. Coucou Lou, ça y est, Lou est réveillé. HBCF. GF, GHFJ. Ah oui, mais le code c'est avec...
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
Ah, je peux pas revenir en arrière.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date,
1701.
2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both
31
codes,
12
yet
17
they
92.
correspond
31
to different
12
letters. The day is not
17
translated.
92.
That must be the key to the code.
Le jour, ok. Ah, montre-moi ta main. Ah, attends. Donc pour le 12. Eh, montre-moi ta main. On voit rien. Je vois pas sa main. Alors on a quoi? Mais c'est pas logique. Parce que les deux, il y a un 17 et puis... c'est pas les mêmes. C'est pas cohérent. C'est pas
Today the
cohérent.
date is 24/01/1793.
24, c'est un A. Attends, le 12. Putain. G. Oui, oui, je me doute que c'est à eux, mais j'aimerais bien comprendre quand même. Je me doute que c'est à eux parce que le 24 est sur le A. Mais ce que je comprends pas, c'est le code en entier en fait, que je bute pas. 01, je vois pas en quoi ça fait EH. C'est ça que je comprends pas. Ah! Je peux... Je peux pas réfléchir à la logique du code.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Okay.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle.
Mais en quoi 01 c'est EH? Donc 0 c'est E. Mais non, parce que regarde au-dessus, le 12 c'est... Ça me va pas du tout cette logique. H égale 1. Bah non, parce que quand tu regardes le 31-12, le 12, le 1 c'est G. C'est pas cohérent. Ou alors c'est entre 17 et 24 c'est H. Le 17 c'est... Ah non, c'est pas cohérent. Attends, le 12, GH. C'est pas cohérent.
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
Attends. Arrête de gigoter ta main! Ah, j'en ai aucune idée de ce que c'est que ce code. Pilotis que tu...
Today the date is 24/01. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Moi, je dirais là. Parce que j'en ai aucune idée. Quelqu'un a compris ou pas? Quelqu'un a compris qu'il se dénonce genre tout de suite et qu'il m'explique parce que là... EH GJ EH c'est là. JJ c'est là. Enfin, on mettrait EH. Hein. Et tu vois, si cette logique est là, on mettrait EH HBCF, mais ils nous le proposent pas. Hein.
could pretend that the code got erased during the voyage, as if the letter arrived in really bad condition. That would be perfectly understandable given that it's traveled across the seas, right?
Chier, hein.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
C'est pas de la triche, c'était proposé.
It must be in Latin.
Piaggi once gave me a sealed letter. It had the same seal on it. I remember now. Giustizia, misericordia e umiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up. I think it's in Italian.
Italien.
Justice, mercy, and humility.
Peut-être celui-là.
This seal is different to the one Piaggi used for the letter he gave me. Yes, I'm certain of it. On it is written, Flore in domo Domini. Latin, it blooms in the house of God. Now, I distinctly remember this seal that Piaggi used on the letter he gave me. This isn't the same stamp. A circle with a cross inside.
La devise de Angelico.
Giustizia, misericordia e umiltà. Boy, I gotta brush. I think it's in Italian. Justice,
C'est la devise,
mercy,
ça.
and humility.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it, that's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us. What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
Diversion.
Just calm down, calm down. Louis came to see me because he claimed he was hearing voices.
Fais chier.
We just finished an exorcism session.
An exorcism? Are you having me on? I can't see any exorcism instruments.
That's because I just put them away.
I don't know what you're up to, Piaggi. But I do know you're trying to pull one over on me.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays. The perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him.
No, listen, my son. This is all getting out of hand.
Hogwash! I don't trust him in the slightest.
Why not?
Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
Je vais encore perdre.
Committing a crime in my room is out of the question. Think, it will all be on our heads. No doubt about it. I refuse to run the risk.
Right.
Monsieur von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you,
Everyone's entitled to an opinion. You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action. No one's asking you to help me do it.
Que la diversion, hein.
He is capable of reporting me to Sir Gregory. I'm really risking my neck here. If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you. You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win. I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head. I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out.
On n'est pas passé loin.
Right. Time for me to get back
M'a
in my
coûté
box.
cher. M'a coûté cher le codor.
Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
C'était pas... C'était... Waouh, c'était pas passé loin là, hein. Ça m'a coûté les yeux de la tête, hein. Putain. Incroyable.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter. I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Well, honestly, my stomach was just turning in circles.
That reminds me of my first time. Ooh, but you did it.
Oh là là.
Gregory, what can I do for you?
I just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
Il a l'air plus gentil psychologiquement.
What
Quand
place
même.
is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
Attends. Attends. Je viens de m'apercevoir que Frénégonde ne s'appelle pas Frénégonde. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce qui lui arrive à Frénégonde? Qu'est-ce qui lui arrive à Fréné là? Ah putain, ils font un truc premium. Ah putain, les enculés. Tant pis, ça s'appellera plus Frénégonde.
Does he have an inferiority complex?
I've told him time and time again, Louis. He always has to take it one step too far.
How dare you?
Grave. Il est hors de question que je paye un truc.
You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Il y a un truc.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William? When will you learn?
Mais genre, il boit son thé.
It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along.
Salut, Zden.
You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
You came here
Gagne
to
un
warn
point.
me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in
You
which...
act as though I were in danger.
I agree with Louis, Gregory. You're trying to pass me off as a villain and about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over. And now
Ah
you
d'accord, en
must
fait, il veut
pass on
renverser le
the
daron, lui.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you.
Ah, fait chier, faut choisir son camp. Mais moi, je suis pour ni l'un ni l'autre.
See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time
Ah
to
non, mais
decide...
toi, tu me fais peur, t'as du maquillage, et puis toi, tu m'inspires pas confiance. Lou. Hello, on dit pas bonjour.
He will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me,
Lou qui se fait
I can
rabrouer,
assure
quoi.
you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I better think it over very
Je ne sais pas quoi
carefully. Do I
choisir.
intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
Raph, vous connaissez? Il se passe des choses sur ce chat. J'ai envie de dire que I am a man, mais en même temps I am demon. Est-ce qu'on va pousser le vice jusqu'au bout? Après, c'est intéressant de pouvoir manipuler les gens. Tailler slave. Niquez-vous. I'm a demon.
It's useless trying to resist my true nature. I'm a demon. May as well accept it. The sooner the better. Even if I continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying. And I'll be left on my own. Forever. I'm
Forever.
a demon and I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So?
Me
What
tousse
do
pas
you
dessus,
choose?
coronavirus, tout ça. Culé. Non, lui il fait trop peur, clairement.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over
Voilà.
the acquisition of
Je pense que j'ai fait le
Louisiana
même choix que
will
toi,
take
Jonathan.
place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was
Ouais.
going to suggest.
Come,
On aura la même
follow me.
fin du coup, je pense.
Time for us to get ready.
Je suis pas prête. Non, moi j'étais bien humain, normal, sans tous ces trucs bizarres.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance?
C'est un peu chaud là,
You don't know me
on a
very
plus qu'un
well.
truc sur le côté.
We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to
Ah,
vote
putain,
against
ça, il
us,
faut que je
and we've
l'utilise.
lost.
That's true. That's
Parce que
why
c'est
none of them
complètement les
will.
choix que t'aurais fait.
Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is...
You. My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
Ouais, on commence à te connaître quand même. Eh, j'ai tout eu là. J'espère qu'on va avoir plein de points. Alors là, on a fait le perfect quoi. Oh là là, 8 points disponibles si tu veux. 1, 2, 3, 6. Ok. Il m'en reste 1. Allez, pour le LOLs. Oh! Putain, on a déjà fini l'épisode! Putain, on est allé trop vite! Jonathan, est-ce que le dernier épisode dure longtemps ou pas? Ah, il va durer à peu près au minimum la même durée. Ah, crotte! Ah là 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 là. Ouais, à peu près pareil. Ouais, bon, on va se le garder pour plus tard. Oh là là, incroyable. Franchement, le twist dans cet épisode était incroyable. On s'y attendait pas du tout, hein, pour le coup. Putain, franchement, incroyable. Bah voilà. C'était le mini-stream du samedi après-midi. Bah là, je sais pas, là... Eh mais en vrai, je m'y attendais pas du tout. Lou, du coup, il faudra que tu regardes la VOD, parce que là, tu vas être perdu. Il y a eu du twist de fou. Du twist de fou. Oh. Et ben voilà. Ah ouais, le twist de malade. Franchement, je m'y attendais pas du tout. Pas du tout, pas du tout, pas du tout. Et ben donc sur ce, moi je vais aller me caler devant Netflix. Hein. Comme un bon samedi. Je sais pas si demain je m'octroierai pas une petite journée off. Je ne sais pas. Je vous tiendrai au jus sur le Discord. Donc du coup, eh ben, je vous laisse là, je vous fais des bisous. Hein, sur ce twist incroyable. Je vais essayer de trouver les petits jeux gratos là, il y a pas mal de trucs. Ouais, il faut que je me repose. Grave. Je vous fais des bisous du coup, et je vous dis à très vite. Je vous tiens au jus sur Twitter, sur Discord, tout ça. Ça marche ? Je vous fais des bisous. Salut !